Who? 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 Who are you? I did. I asked. But you never answered. So who? Who are you? You are strange to this place. So I think it goes without saying. Who are you? A traveller from yonder. At this here time, you are in the midst of darkness. Who are you to travel at such times? Late. You are a late one. Who are you to be late? Do you not know that early birds receive the finest worms? Not an early bird. If you insist. But I do say that is quite peculiar. But then again, who am I to say that? Being an early bird is ideal. After all, I am quite the night owl, as I suppose you can interpret from my form. Oh, I did not know that. Who am I to assume you have the vision that I have? What a folly for a wise creature such as myself. No matter. If I must inform you, then it is an utter necessity. Well, to help you visualize my being, I shall state this. I am a simple owl. Well, perhaps more than just an owl, but my form is closest to an owl. For you see, within this very forest, there are housed many creatures who appear to be earthly beasts, yet they hold a secret. This secret is that of the concealed form of a human being. For some, this form is more visible than others. Thus is my case, although I identify more closely with my owl roots. I am more likely to easily be mistaken for a human being, of course. Very truly, the only clear avian characteristics which I hold are the wings upon my back, the feathers on my head, and the talons on the end of my legs. I do apologize if that upsets you, yet there is nothing that I am capable of doing about such facts. Oh, have I surprised you with such information? I am sorry. I do not quite understand. Are you surprised at me holding similar characteristics to an owl? Or that this forest itself houses people who hold other animalistic traits similar as I do? Ah, it must be quite dark then, if you are not able to have seen such signs. Unless my memory is faltering, there should have been some signs around this very forest. In fact, if I remember correctly, I put up a large quantity of those signs. It should have read a message along these lines. Property of the Demi-Human Relocation Authority. Do not trespass. I have a quite good hand when given to the art of writing clear and understandable messages. It is quite a shame you were not able to see it. Oh, but I suppose it is even worse that you have trespassed, now that I think of it. I had not realized. Oh my, what are you to do? It is the middle of the night and you are in a place you should not be. Think. I must think of a solution. Lead you out? Well, I'm afraid that would be too dangerous at this time of night, not to belittle my fellow demi-humans, but the simple matter of the fact is some of them are very resentful towards humans, for whatever reasons they may have. So, if they catch wind of you, who stumble in so boldly, you'll be mincemeat. So, there must be another solution. Let me think for a second. Aha! I've got it. What a wise bird am I. I shall simply keep you the night at my nesting. Yes, there can be safety there. There you can find safety, and there I can return you to human grounds. Once time provides, of course. How did I not think of such a thing earlier? Well, perhaps it was because I wasn't thinking of getting you out in the first place, but never mind. Oh, well, I suppose I should get your input on the matter. Is this plan of action appropriate to your eyes? It is? Good. Then I shall get you to the nesting quickly. Do not worry, it is not far from here. The walk should be short. Oh, it would seem as if you do not understand bird-kind, fair human. Birds, especially us owls, are not intended to carry large mammals. Only the small, delicious ones, like mice or rats. So, I am sorry if you desired me to fly you there, but I will be unable to comply with such desire. Oh, do not worry about that. If you just stay close to me, then you should have no trouble navigating these lands. I know these lands. How do you say it? Like the back of my hand. And even if that were not the case, my vision is suited to the night sky. So, take my hand. It should be a fair and easy journey. But I will say, as I walk, it is quite an uneven surfacing here. I should probably warn you then, be careful with your steps. You never know when the unwanted route may block your path. Typically, I would fly far over the canopy and travel home, but I should not leave you in the dark. It is my responsibility, after all, to guard you now. Do not fret. I do believe we are not too much farther from our desired destination. It should only be so much longer now. Luckily for us, branches are not plentiful too far beneath the canopy of this here great forest. I would hope not, for the sake of the branch. The canopy above is so thick that light barely reaches the bottom, even in the highest of noons, let alone the darkest of nights. Any such branch at our level would be very deficient. Oh, I believe we are here now. Yes, there is the front door and its quaint little lantern. Very good. I must get you inside then. Sorry if there is not much room. I've never really prepared for visitors, because I do not really receive many. So if there's not much space, there's only really one spot in the entire house for one person, and that includes a spot to sleep. I hope you don't mind. I'm not sure about the human customs on sleeping, but I can't truly afford to make much more space. It being a small lodging and all. Go without sleeping. That's a bizarre thing. But no, you cannot. I tell you, and this should be self-evident, I believe, you must sleep until morning. Just for your better rest. But in the morning, I'll be able to find the proper people to escort you to your destination. Seeing as it's not entirely my job and all. What? What do you mean? Of course I won't be able to escort you. The daytime is not my home, and who am I to misstep nature's intent? I am accustomed to the night sky more than anything. Do not worry about anybody helping you with your ventures, however. This zone is intended to be exclusionary of humans, and as such, authorities will be very willing to help you out of this troublesome place. Unless, of course, you are not human. I probably should have asked you that before. You are human, correct? Good. I thought as much. Well, I suppose then you must get some sleep. Similarly, I too need rest. It's been quite a stressful time. I suppose you can occupy my rest area as well as I do, if, of course, you do not mind such sharing. Oh, never fret over such things. I do not mind if you get, perhaps, how would you say, close. You can rest upon my feathered wings if you so desire, if that were to help you get to sleep much more easily. It's not often I'm in the company of anyone, so I do not mind such things. Well, of course I wouldn't mind. If it provides you safety, then that is my job. Well, or at least my civil service as of the moment. It's not really truly my job per se, it's not my life calling, but it is an important duty that I must do if I can provide a sense of safety. So, why would my mind fret over such details? Unless, of course, this is something offensive to you humans that I do not quite understand. But no, I'm perfectly fine with you resting your head upon my feathers. Although, I will say, I do sleep quite easily. So, keep that in mind. I just say that so you keep in mind you won't be causing me any loss of sleep. It's an amazing ability I have to sleep quite soundly, but not everyone has that same ability as I do. I think it may be perhaps because I'm an owl. But I know my brethren, my owl brethren, it's not that we necessarily sleep easily, but it's just we know when to sleep, I suppose. I have a half-brother who owns a barn. He doesn't get as easy a sleep as I do, but I suppose I shall really tell you about myself more than about all ours. Regardless, you must get rest, so I should probably stop blabbering on. I suppose I'm keeping you up, aren't I? Anyways, I should get some rest myself. Have some sweet dreams, dearest human. I can only hope you get safety in the morning.